Hey, it's Jen Vax with YourColorStyle.com. I get a lot of questions from redheads that are very confused about their undertones and color type because a lot of the colors in the warm color palette don't seem to work. And so they start to assume that they have cool undertones, but then discover very quickly that the cool pinks, the magenta pinks, don't work well on them. And then they get very confused. And I can completely understand that. You will often hear me type a redhead with warm undertones. And I know there are definitely a few out there that have red hair, but really have cool undertones. But the reason that I go with warm undertones is not necessarily because it's so obvious they have warm undertones. You can appear very neutral, have very fair skin, have that warm red hair, and I still might say that you have warm undertones. The confusion comes in where in the bright, warm, and medium color palette, which is where I typically land you and put you in if you have red hair, there are a lot of rich, bold, earthy colors in that color palette. There's also a lot of bold, cool colors in that color palette: royal blue, cyan, purple, turquoise, greens. But there's also that range of darker, warm colors which become very earthy. Now, some redheads that are in the bright, warm, medium color palette wear those colors very, very well, but others don't. So why is that? Well, this is where levels come into play. So within your color style, once you've learned your color type, you're still going to discover that there are colors in your color palette and some neutrals that still may not feel right. These are your levels. So for bright, warm, and medium, there are 3 levels: 1, 2, and 3. 2 is kind of the sweet spot. You can wear your charcoal grays, you can wear your warm browns, you can wear pretty much all the colors in the color palette. So you would just be level 2. So if you were someone that has warm undertones, can wear those bright, bold colors, and you can wear all the colors, you would be level 2. Someone that can really wear those earthy tones very well, but light cool colors that are in the color palette don't really feel great. And sometimes even the grays don't feel so good. But you can wear those warms really well. Those mustards and burnt oranges and tomato reds, you can wear those very well. You would lean more warm. You would be level 3. And then you have the redheads that, even though your hair is very warm and you have that orange in there, you probably lean cool if those mustards and earthy tones feel kind of like mud. They just don't do anything for you. They kind of drag you down. That can be very confusing when you're looking at that color palette and those colors don't look good on you, but the cool colors do, and you assume right away, well, then I must have cool undertones, or maybe I'm neutral somehow. You still have warm undertones, but you're leaning cool. You're level 1 in bright, warm, and medium. And that means those earthy tones, I usually recommend to remove those. All the color fans are customizable, so you would remove those. You would still keep your bold, bright, warm colors, your bright tomato reds, your golden yellows, your oranges, because those are going to look good. And then your apricots and peaches over there are also going to work well. But what will really feel the best on you are going to be those warm browns and those earthy tones. But those bold, cool colors you're going to be able to rock those. They're going to look amazing on you. And so you could definitely have that warm red hair, but lean cool within your color palette. So levels are kind of the sweet spot of your color palette when you're trying to now find your absolute best colors. So try not to let it confuse you when you've taken the quiz, the color analysis quiz, and it's taken you to a color palette that's recommended, but you can't wear all the colors in there. That's probably because you're leaning in one direction within the levels. So I hope that helps. There's a lot more information about levels within Style Masters, but I'll also be putting out more information out here on YouTube as well over time. So if you want to check that out, you can definitely go to Style Masters, YourColorStyle.com/Style Masters. And I hope that helps. I'm Jen Vax. Thanks so much for watching. And if you're trying to figure out what colors flatter you best, and most importantly, to learn what colors to avoid that drain you or overpower you, take the quiz out on yourcolorstyle.com/quiz. It's absolutely free, and it'll walk you through step by step on how you can figure out what types of colors are going to make you shine. I'm Jen Vax, and thanks for watching.